Dagny, how are you?
The question I have is, I'm a 3 years conditional green card holder, and then I was in Medicare, some kind of benefit because, I could afford it. And then the question I have is, the public charge. I know about the DHS new public charge rules abroad. So the other question I have is, I heard that Department of Justice are publishing new rules, like, to deport, green card holders. I'm kind of hearing that.
They are not going to deport green card holders who take public benefits.
Okay.
It's about if you're applying for a green card and you're a petitioner who has accepted public benefits, perhaps you would not be able to provide for your relative who you're sponsoring above the poverty level. But once you have a green card, you're entitled to whatever public benefits by law you would be entitled to, and then they wouldn't deport you for taking it. Now, what they can do, the only thing that they could legally do, because there is no law that says as a green card holder you get deported if you take a public benefit. The only thing that they could do is if you leave the United States for more than 6 months, it's not a short trip abroad, they have to re-inspect you when you come back, and they can then determine whether or not, if you've been out of the country for more than 6 months and you come back 7, 8, 9 months later, they can make a determination at the airport whether or not you would become a public charge. But that's only if you're out of the United States for more than 6 months and you come back. I've heard them talk a little bit about that, and that's in different regulations that they've been talking about. That would be legal. But taking a short trip abroad and coming back, no one's allowed to make a determination whether you'll be a public charge. You get sick and you go to the hospital and get Medicaid and you have a green card and you're in the hospital with Medicaid, ICE is not coming to deport you because you took Medicaid.
Yes, my question is, I'm currently married to a U.S. citizen. We put in our paperwork in September of this year. However, we have an early interview date for next month, and I was just wondering, I haven't gotten like a work permit or anything.
Okay.
Is that normal?
It's been happening. It's not normal. What's normal is that you file, you get a work permit, you get a travel permit, and then you get a green card interview. That's what's normal. We're not in normal times right now. You're not the first person I've seen that they scheduled an appointment for your green card before you got a work permit. I would say that's a benefit to you, not a detriment, because you'll get a green card that much faster. You don't need a work permit. You're going to get a green card next week or whenever your interview is.
Yes.
So don't overly look into it like, oh, there's a problem with my case. It's really just a good thing for you. But is that normal? No, it's not normal. What's normal is work permit, green card interview, but it's not normal times.
Okay. The next question that I have, my husband, he is like self-employed,
right?
But we have an affidavit of support, like he makes like over 60 something per year.
Right.
Does his taxes cover for us?
If you're just a family of two, and how many, I assume he doesn't have 20 people who are his dependents, it should be okay.
I've been applied for my green card. It's been like almost 30 months because my wife, she's a green card holder. So my I-130 already been approved, and she filed for me, like I just know his status like this year. So it's been 7 months. My work permit has not been like approved or something. So I just called to the USCIS to know like what is happening there. I don't know, the one officer, she just made a service request for me. And she said, okay, you have to wait for 30 days, so someone maybe will be confirm me or whatever. But I suddenly got the interview schedule without any EAD. My question is that, like, is there any problem?
First of all, two things. Number one, you did hear something. You got an interview. Number two, you getting an interview before you getting a work permit, that's fine. Prove it's a real marriage. You have a good affidavit of support. You're otherwise admissible to the United States. You'll get a green card. So look at it on the positive side.
Last question. My wife, she actually make like 30,000 in a year because I don't have any work permit still, right?
How many people does your wife have to support?
No, just 2 people, me and my
You're
wife.
fine. That's enough money.
Sorry, I'm the last question.
By the way, this is your last third of your last question, but it's perfectly fine. It's holidays, it's Christmas, keep going.
So actually I came to this country as an international student. I got my bachelor degree from CUNY, so I'm doing my MBA currently right now. It will give me any benefits for that to get my green card or something?
If you get a green card, you can apply for financial aid. Until you get a green card, you can't do financial aid. All right, and that has nothing to do with the affidavit of support.
Hey, Bert, how are you?
How are you?
Good. I have a question regarding, I was documentally qualified by NBC in last July for an interview call for F4 category. And almost 5 months now. I haven't heard anything from them. Do you any idea when I'll be getting an interview call from Montreal?
Your F4, your brother or sister filed for you?
F4 category.
So your brother is, who filed for you? Your brother, your sister?
My brother filed for me.
When did he file for you?
Well, he filed for me back in 2005.
Okay. And are you a Canadian citizen now?
Yes, I am.
All right. You processed through the National Visa Center. The National Visa Center said they forwarded the file to Toronto?
Yeah, they did. The last email they sent it to me that I was documentary qualified and wait for interview call from.
When was that?
That was July 9th of this year.
Tell me what your priority date is.
July 20th, 2005.
Okay, so they passed your date then. And it's been 6 months now and they still haven't scheduled you, right? Have you called the U.S. Embassy in Montreal? Have you tried to speak with them?
No, I haven't because I don't know. No, I usually call NBC regards to it, and they were saying that you have to wait until.
Now your case is with the embassy, so it's now contacting the embassy, or you're hiring us to speak. Someone's got to speak to the embassy and see what's going on. It's not the National Visa Center anymore because your case was transferred to Montreal, so that's where your case is now. Someone needs to contact the U.S. Embassy in Montreal, and if you're not sure what to say or how to do it, then hold on 1 second. Okay, but that's where your case is. That's who we have to call. It's been 6 months and it's sitting there. You're entitled to a green card.
I have a question. I petitioned for my wife, but I have to get the insurance for health insurance. And based on my salary, the health insurance, I have to pay only not much money. So that is all right? Or this is public charge?
What do you mean you have to pay money for health insurance?
When I try to apply the insurance for health insurance for my family,
Where is your wife right now?
Here in the U.S.
And she's adjusting her status here?
No, it's gonna be waiver for back home.
She's doing a provisional waiver. Okay, so there's a lot of positive and negative factors that go into this. It's not just I get health insurance, I don't get health insurance. It depends on what your income is. It depends if she's going to have a job when she returns. It depends what her educational qualifications are. It depends if she has any medical issues in the past that the government may say, hey, maybe you're going to need medical insurance. There's a lot that goes into this, not just I buy medical insurance, I don't. So I think in your particular case, before she goes home and comes back, you should have a consultation with a very good attorney.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Fajardo, what can I do to help?
One time I tried to look on the YouTube and I saw your channel.
Thank you.
Your show. So I tried to listen on your show for the whole day, the whole day. I tried to tell to myself, well, why don't I try to give a chance again and try to get another lawyer, even though I have a good lawyer already, To make the story short, I give myself a shot. I call your law firm and all those people you have there, those staffs, they are really nice.
Thank you.
They accommodate me well.
Thank you.
They gave attention on my case.
Thank you.
Less than a year, I become a U.S. citizen.
Hey!
Congratulations!
So this guy waited years and years and years.
Watching your show on
to become a
demand.
citizen.
Love that.
He's not becoming a citizen. He's getting to run around for years. He watched the show for one full day. The man's smart. He says, I'm doing my research on this guy. He says, this guy has got answers to everything. And then you hired us and now you're a citizen. So congratulations.
The impossible to other law firms, you make it possible.
Oh, thank you. It's not magic. We just know the law.
He knows the law.
He
knows the law very well and he makes things happen.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Pizza.
We got it done for you, Fajardo. Got it done for you.
Pizza. We're going to get you pepperoni on your pizza next year. We're
Fajardo, listen,
But thank you very much, Fajardo. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations.
My passport, I haven't received my passport, and the passport's supposed to be only 6 to 8 weeks, but it's more than 10 weeks already. They haven't sent it to me, and I tried to call them, and they said it's still in process.
Well, give it another, it's usually about 90 days. If 90 days comes and goes and you still haven't heard anything, it probably should be any day now. But if 90 days comes and goes and you still haven't heard anything, then just give us a call offline and we'll speak to you and we'll see if we can contact them and see what happened to your passport.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Happy holiday.
Yes, what's going on?
Question is this, sir. I applied for asylum after 1 year, 2 months. So
you got a problem because you're supposed to apply within a year unless there's changed circumstances. You got a problem. I don't have an answer for you. When you apply for asylum, you got to apply within a year. If you don't apply within a year, you got to explain what happened that when you came, you weren't scared to go home, but now you are. because you have to show some sort of changed circumstance. If not, you got a problem. I have no idea what your asylum's about. I don't know what your changed circumstance. Maybe there was none. Maybe you have a claim. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But we'll never figure it out on the show. You got to come for a consultation. So hold on one second. All right. But when you apply for asylum in the United States, you must do it within 1 year of coming to America.
Okay.
If you do it more than 1 year, you have to show changed circumstances.
If you didn't do it within the first year, they said it couldn't have been so urgent.
Correct.
Okay,
right. But there's changed circumstances.
Okay.
For example, I'll give you an example of somebody who told me about a changed circumstance recently. A client from Jamaica who was homosexual, was in the closet in Jamaica. Nobody knew about it. Came here to the United States, opened up more, and over the years fell in love, entered into a same-sex relationship, got married here. And after the person got married, it was discovered back in Jamaica that they got married and it's not okay. And now is getting threatened, don't come back, we'll kill you, blah, blah, blah. So that's a changed circumstance.
Okay.
What's a changed circumstance? Well, when I came, nobody knew I was a homosexual. Now they do.
Right. Now it could actually affect my life in a harmful way.
Right.
Okay.
Versus if this man ran from Jamaica, he ran away because they were threatening to kill him because he was a homosexual.
Okay.
And then he comes here, and he waits 1 year and 2 months to file for asylum. Too late because nothing changed.
That's the difference. Okay. So
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What can I do to help you?
I have two questions. My mom is on visit visa and I want to apply for her adjustment.
Yes.
At the same time, I want to apply for my dad's immigrant visa who is back in home country.
Yes.
Does this adjustment of status gonna affect any bad effect on dad's visa?
No, just more money you need to earn for an affidavit of support. Just additional
For
people.
how much?
I don't know. I don't know how much, how many people you have as dependents.
Two.
So, I mean, you got to be earning, over, $35,000 a year. And then your dad has other things to do with his affidavit of support. But the effect is you just got more people to support and you got to show more income.
Okay. And also, do I need a lawyer for my mom's, all that process?
You're asking the lawyer if you need a lawyer. It's like asking a mechanic, can I fix the car myself?
I mean, but nobody can do what you can.
It's like asking the airplane pilot, can I fly the plane myself?
More like that, yeah.
Okay, so my answer is yes, you need a lawyer.
Hi, Brad. How are you? I'm a U.S. citizen. My wife went to in Turkey, U.S. Embassy in Ankara. And for the green card interview, and everything was okay. And they said they need additional documents, the Mexico travel document, because we went as a tourist to Mexico one time. And then we sent it was the 221G. Then we sent the document.
221G is denial. Why did they deny you? Because you went to Mexico?
We went to Mexico. They want to make the additional document, Mexico travel document.
Let me understand this straight. You're a U.S. citizen. You filed for your wife who is in Turkey right now?
Yes.
And they denied her because she went to Mexico?
Yeah, because we traveled Mexico and they said they want a Mexico travel document, proof of Mexico travel documents.
Something's not adding up here.
I sent them a
I don't understand why your wife's travel to Mexico has any effect on her immigrating to America. Explain to me why.
Because in the interview they asked her, did you travel any other country other than Turkey? She said, yeah, I traveled Mexico for vacation.
And they denied her
So I don't know why. Yeah, and then I sent them a Mexico travel document, which is Mexican visa. And after a month, they emailed us. They said, send us your 10-year travel history, 10-year residing history, and all the passport you're supposed to use, which is they're asking me, not my wife, not the applicant.
All right, I think at this point, you need a lawyer to get involved because either you're not understanding something, I'm not understanding something, or they're violating everybody's rights. I'm not sure, but I don't know what to tell you because it doesn't make sense to me why your wife traveling to Mexico has any bearing on whether she's entitled to a green card based on a bona fide marriage to you. Unless they feel there's some security risk in your wife, I don't know, or they think you're a security risk. I can't think of any other reason.
I mean, yeah, you're right. They're asking for my history, not for the applicant. That's the question.
I don't know what the relevance is. In other words, there has to be some sort of relevance between the document they ask and some form of admissibility issue, meaning that without this document, I can't confirm whether or not your wife can be admissible to the United States. Why would somebody not be admissible to the United States? They don't believe it's a real marriage. What does her having to go to Mexico have to do with a real marriage? She has a criminal record. What does her having to go to Mexico have to do with criminal records? Unless they want to make sure that when she was on vacation, she didn't get arrested. But that's bizarre. The only thing I can think of is they want to see her travel and your travel, because if you're a security risk, that's also a reason to deny you. And you come, it's this stereotyping. You come from a Muslim country, but Turkey is not really known for countries that are on the terrorist watch list. But I don't know what they're doing. I honestly don't know. We would need to speak with somebody.
Yeah, they said because why you stay 5 months in Mexico.
So what? Who cares?
That's what they.
It was vacation. What does that have to
Sounds
do
like
with
a great vacation.
That has nothing to do, to me, with any admissibility issues to the United States of America. So.
And my son born and he became a U.S. citizen overseas. I mean, I don't know.
All right, so hold on one second. I think maybe you need.
Yes.
So I'm married. My husband is overseas, and I want to file for him to come here. But I'm also a convicted felon. Would that be a problem?
Unless it was for child sexual abuse, no, it's not a problem.
No, it's for larceny.
Then it's fine. You did the crime, you paid the time, or whatever it is. You did the time, you paid the fine, whatever it is. As long as there's no warrant out for your arrest and it wasn't sexual abuse of a minor, you can file.
Okay.
All right.
So now, what is my next step?
Hire me. Hold on. That's the next step. Maxine in Boston, Massachusetts. Maxine.
Hi. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you, sir?
Good. What's going on?
I received my provisional green card in May 2014.
Yes.
And after the 2 years, I filed the forms. I did it myself. I filed the forms to receive my 10-year. They sent back. They gave me an extension, and then they requested further evidence. I've still been waiting. I did an interview in October without my husband because I've since divorced and the marriage has break down and we got divorced in
All right, so you got to give it 120 days from October before you start freaking out. So it's
well
October,
the divorce.
It's only about 8 weeks from the time you got interviewed.
But the divorce was I had the divorce before I did the interview in October.
I understand.
I went to the interview with my
in other words,
lawyer.
Let me just explain to you the law.
Mm-hmm.
After your interview, the government has 120 days to make a decision. That's the law. So you got an interview in October. You got to give them the 120 days before you start screaming and yelling, "Where's my decision?"
Oh, so that's the length of time it takes? Because someone was telling me it takes.
I'm not saying that's the length of time it takes. It shouldn't take that long. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it takes less. What I'm telling you is, you can call me, you can call your lawyer, you can do, whatever. You can stand on your head for you can juggle balls. The law says they got 120 days. Now, after 120 days, they're violating your rights.
Okay.
If after 120 days, then, we can say, hey, wait a second, it's more than 120 days. What's going on? Till then,
okay.
All I can
One more question, sir. Can I apply for my citizenship?
If you want to, but my suggestion would be to wait on this decision.
Because I became eligible since August this year.
I understand that, but if you file for your citizenship, it's going to delay the removal of your conditions, and they're going to make both decisions at your citizenship, which could be even a year down the line, and who even knows what would happen at that interview. So my advice, based on how I see the cases, the answer is legally you can, but my advice is do one at a time.
Okay, so I wait 120 days before I start pulling my hair out.
Correct. That's the answer. Correct. Okay, at 120 days, you can look like me. Until then, keep your hair. All right?
I was actually in your office last year. I came in and I saw you last August.
Okay, great.
All the way from Massachusetts. I'll definitely be consulting you again, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
I do appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, let's go to Adiola in Newark. Adiola.
Hi, good evening. This is Abby. I'm good. This is Adiola. Please, I have 2 questions to ask on behalf of my sister.
Yes.
Yeah, please. The first question is, my sister applied for kids in Nigeria, But when she came to the United States, she got married, and the husband helped her to fight for the kids. So I think there is a issue with the filing because they said the divorce letter from Nigeria, the ex-husband.
I'm lost. I don't understand what you're saying. You're calling for your sister, and she got married in America, and there's a divorce in Nigeria?
When she came to the United States, she got married.
Right.
And so she got married and got her 2 years green card.
Okay.
So after that, so the husband here helped her to file for the kids.
Got it. All right. She has a 2-year green card. The husband files for the kids back home. Now what?
Yes. So when they got to the embassy in Nigeria for the interview with the kids, they said the divorce is it's fraudulent. That they should get another. They should get
Yeah, well, there's a lot of accusations by the government that a lot of divorces and birth certificates and marriage certificates are fraudulent. Is it a real divorce or it's not a real divorce? I mean, that's what it comes down to.
It's a real divorce. So the USCIS got back to her in United States that they give her 30 days to prove it. So she sent those documents to the USCIS.
Right, because what happened was the embassy denied the kids. They sent the file back to America, and USCIS said we sent you a notice of intent to deny. You have 30 days to submit a real divorce decree, or we're going to deny this case. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.